All right, what is up everybody? Welcome to Club 26 Darts. This is my very first video and this is my very first dartboard. So let's have a look at it. It is the Tex Titan dartboard. Had a look around at a bunch of different dartboards. You know, the Winmau Blade 6 seemed like a pretty good option. And just sort of value for money. I didn't want to get a staple dartboard. I wanted to get one with some, you know, thin kind of blades. And this one does have that. And it's also got the powder coated numbering, just like the triple core Blade 6 does. I mean, I'm not saying that this is the same standard, but it's definitely nice. And it also has a kind of like symmetrical patterning around it. So if you rotate the board looks the same kind of no matter where you put it. You know, it doesn't have just like one logo at the top, one on the bottom. So that's it. So let's crack it open and check it out. So firstly, let's just have a look at what's on the back of the board. It's got, you know, obviously instructions. It's got the board stabilizer mechanisms, which seems like it's the same as the Blade 6. It's got 3 of these little screw things where you can adjust the dartboard to even it out against the wall. Yeah, minimize board distractions. It's got some sort of like minimalist kind of logos, and yeah, ultra thin razor wire to reduce bounce outs. So let's get it out of the box. Pretty excited about this one, to be honest. I mean, I have thrown darts before, just sort of casually, you know, as you do, but kind of getting a little bit more into it, and thought, you know, let's get a razor wire board, you know, get it. To be honest, I have a dartboard outside that when we bought the house we live in, it was there, and I've thrown darts maybe for a total of 3 or 4 hours ever since we've lived here, and that's 3 years. And it's an old staple board, and it's all kind of warped. Like there's some kind of bubbling in it or waves in it. Maybe moisture got into it, and also being outside, it's kind of windy here where I live, so that is not ideal. Now let's get this bad boy out. God, here we go. Here is let's put the 20 at the top. Where are we? 19 there, so 20's there. So this is the board. Now the numbering here doesn't exactly sit flush. And, you know, I'd say the joins on the numbering kind of seem, you know, you wouldn't want to you wouldn't want to mess around with it. You could very easily bust these off, I'd imagine. But all in all, looks pretty good. You can see a little bit of the veins in the black. In terms of like consistency of depth and all that type of thing, the number 1 here, it's maybe kind of hard to see, but I'm just judging, you know, the depth of the wire versus the depth of the playing surface, whatever we call that. The consistency of that, it's on the one it's a little bit down, and there's some sort of areas like here, you can see sort of like a vein, and then just there you can see that's a little bit lower. But the coloring is quite good. The green and the red pops quite well. Yeah, overall I think it's a pretty good looking board. And yeah, there's another bit of an imperfection just here. So you can see there's a little bit more depth there than there is here, for example. But all in all, this is a pretty budget-friendly board. I'd say it's maybe something like 30% cheaper than the entry-level Blade 6. Up the top here, just on that number 4, there's a little bit of, it's unfortunate, it's a little bit scratched there on the metal. I don't know if that's just the paint missing or whether or not it's kind of hard to see. If you can see it right there, there's a little bit of a chip there or whatever, but that's going to get banged up over time anyway. All right, well, yeah, that's it for this video. I guess we'll see you in the next one. I'm going to be trying to play dartboard on the Target Darts app. We'll start at level 1, see how we go. I have a fair idea of how well I can go, but yeah, I guess we'll check it out and hopefully you can join me on this journey. All right, guys, thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next video. Boom.